everybody? It's podcast. What's up?
What's up?
215? 215.
What the hell is that?
What's up?
What's up?
We're not doing that.
No, it's like the 90s again. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
I hated that in the 90s.
Yeah, it was shit. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm Casey. Hi, I'm really annoying sometimes. We have Kenchi. Kenchi's here.
Hi, I'm Kenchi618, reminding all of you that things are possible through the power of yes. Just say yes.
I like Yes. Roundabout was a good song.
Yeah, I like Yes.
Also, that was a good
I
song.
like yes too.
Yeah, it was good. Good band.
No one talks about them as much as they should.
Yeah. You know, there was a weird period where they had the Buggles became part of Yes. Like the Video Killed the Radio Star guys.
That's
They were
weird.
part of Yes for a while. It was weird. Anyway, Zero's here.
Hi. How you guys doing?
Zero
Yay.
felt like he had to try and be more entertaining after the previous intro. Patience here.
Hello, everyone. Finally back.
Yay! So, Slicer's not here. I'm not sure what's happening. He probably fell asleep. It happens. Slicer. That's how he does.
It's a pity that he missed that slice of life right now.
Yeah, I feel like he really would have gotten a kick out of that. But, oh well. So, here's the thing. I shouldn't go first this week. Because I feel like if I really need to, I could probably just vamp for about half an hour talking about philosophy this week. So I may have gone on a little bit of a bender. So whoever else wants to go first is cool.
I'll go first. I'm a little bit pressed for time. I mean, I've still got an hour, a little over an hour, but just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, cool beans.
So I've been occupied the past several weeks with my new job, which is a teller at a local bank branch called IBC International Commerce. It's a nice job. It's a nice company, and I'm working as a teller, so it's forward if you know what you're doing. And after 4 weeks in the classroom and 2 weeks of OJT, I'm now, this amounts to my 8th week on the job. And it's overall pretty simple. A few things that I keep making slight mistakes on that I just need to get used to. A few policies and procedures that I still need to handle, but it's going well, and it's paying a decent amount. So, if nothing else, it's getting me some experience in banking, and I do enjoy the work. So, I'm hoping that we can move on to, if worst comes to worst, I can try finding a different bank that I enjoy working at, or credit union, either or. Though I think the aspiration that I have presently would look into becoming a technical, because it's
Okay.
Right.
You're cutting out a little bit. I'm not sure why. The ambition you currently have is what? Sorry.
just a moment. Just a moment.
You ready?
Sorry about that. What I was saying was trying to become a technical writer for the company. Just the training memos, what I saw in training, there was a disturbing amount of typos and errors and just not good layouts for several of the things. And a company memo that I received about policies and procedures, again, it looked like something I would get in my technical writing as an the typos, find all of the errors that you can on this page. It legitimately looks like something I'd see in my technical writing class. Yeah. So if I can, I'd like to get to the point where I can just look over the documents and calmly and methodically obliterate the typos so that everyone can enjoy a perfect document. That would be nice. That would be very nice. And Slicer is...
Yeah, he's going back to bed. Okay. Bye, Slicer.
Oh.
That's me typing the same.
Alright. Aside from that, what else has been going on the past couple of weeks? My girlfriend... Things are still going well with us, but her internship that she had going is over now, so she's back at her parents' house in the land of dial-up.
Like, literally? Is there still a place where you can only get dial-up? That sounds like nightmare land.
Yeah, we're not able to talk nearly as much as we wanted to. Though, I mean, hopefully we'll be able to meet in person soon. My job does offer all employees 1 week of paid vacation per year. So I won't be able to claim that until my 90-day probationary period is over, which I believe ends in June. But once that time comes, hopefully I'll be able to buy a ticket to Canada and fly up to see her. Of course, she still needs to talk to her parents about the details. And I am a little worried about that. Aside from that, Crossbrain is going. We are doing well with the third part of Strong World. We're over 30,000 words in and not close to done yet.
Oh boy. You remember when you said it was going to be 3 parts? It's going to be 4 parts.
Hey, it doesn't have to be that many parts.
Okay, so yeah, that's going well still. And I'm not sure if this happened. It probably happened sometime after the last podcast. We have finally reached the top 5.
Woo!
Yeah. Only the big 4 Peggy Sue stories ahead of us. So, those are our next challenges. Once again is the first.
Once again? I don't even remember that one.
It's only the one that started all of the other Peggy Sue stories. It was, for a while, it was the most popular fic in the fandom. It's basically Luffy traveling back to the start of his journey, back when Shanks was... Back to his childhood, that's it. Back to the time when the bandits were confronting Makino. He goes on from there, and the fic basically proceeds all the way up to the middle of Ennie's lobby. Then the author vanished. And for years, Ennie's lobby was the the furthest that any Peggy Sue fic. It's only now that once again has made it all the way to Sabati that once again's record has been broken.
You mean
still...
whichever one it is that you said once again twice? I think you meant
Second Wind.
Yeah.
Second Wind is what I meant. And it's still ongoing. The Lost Samurai is quite a good writer. and I'm helping him. So, Alright. And in honor of that top 5, we are holding an art contest for our fans. We received a few nice submissions already, so it's coming along well. And we've got the deadline extended all the way to our next anniversary, which is Talk Like a Pirate Day, September 19th. It wasn't intentional, but there it is. Also, I've been spending a good part of the past couple of weeks playing Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 on PS4, looking into getting all of the trophies. I'm something of a... I'm a collector. I like getting 100%. And I've come close. The hardest trophy, in my opinion, that you'd had to get was the Unchanging Armor one, where you clear the entire game without changing equipment. Meaning you're stuck with the basic weapon.
Isn't that like half of how you get your stat points, is changing to better equipment?
Yeah, it sort of is. So, yeah, it took me a long time, but I managed it. I managed to get the Unchanging Armor trophy and the Undefeated trophy as well, which is clear the game without using a continue.
At the same time?
Yep. Of course, the problem is that there are 3 clear the game with X requirement things, and I think there's one that's pretty much mutually exclusive with the Unchanging Armor trophy, and that is clear the game in less than 15 hours.
I don't have time for all that.
Whereas for me, I'm going for the Speedster trophy now, and once I've gotten that, I'll receive the Kingdom Hearts Master trophy, which is only obtainable by getting all the other trophies. Speedster is the only one I'm missing.
I feel you. We'll get to that later, but I feel you. Yeah, I'm not especially keen on the, hey, you need to complete the game this way, now do it this way, now do it this way, now do it... Like...
But it's so satisfying to...
Yeah, I mean, if the game has the replayability, great. If it doesn't, no one's ever going to do all those in a million years.
Well, once I've beaten 1.5 again, or one final mix, I'll be moving through Chain of Memories. I like cards. That should be fun. Of course, it's going to be more than a little tedious as well.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Anything else? Easter went well, so that's good.
Easter, it came and went, and I didn't really notice. Unsurprisingly, April Fools made more of a impact.
That reminds me, the Lost Samurai, author of Second Wind, actually did something pretty amusing for April Fool's Day. He posted a new chapter that was titled Not a Chapter, and it was actually a chapter.
That's actually pretty funny. It's a lot more funny than what the author of Ichigo Awakens did, which was to say, hey, someone I really respect died, so I can't write anymore. Yeah.
Was that a joke?
It was meant to... He's actually Christian, and the person he was talking about that died was Jesus, because he died on Good Friday.
That is awful.
Yeah, kinda. So...
I mean, no, that's... no.
Yeah.
No, just
Yeah, people kind of gave him shit for that, and I think it was
I
kind
can
of deserved.
imagine.
Yeah. Oh well. He apologized, so all's well that ends well.
Okay. Anything else noteworthy? I don't think so. I think that's about it. I mean, I might have a couple of recommendations, but that's to be saved for the recommendations, of course.
Woo.
Oh yeah. Any of you see the new Smash trailer?
Uh,
I have not.
yeah, the one they showed during the direct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
It's
why I
basically-
still have not. Even though I was excited about it, I have not actually watched that trailer.
I mean, all it really gives away is that the Inklings are joining.
and that the Link this time around will be from Breath of the Wild. So
Yeah, that the silhouette of Link is pretty easy to discern.
Mhm. Especially when you spend like 100 hours in Breath of the Wild.
I haven't played Breath of the Wild yet. I seriously need to catch up on my Zelda games
Yeah,
after Kingdom Hearts.
I hope they change up his moveset, considering that he's going to be Breath of the Wild Link, who has
They're
considerably different
probably
ability.
going to include the power-up things like the stasis and whatever.
Yeah, the stasis and the Rivali's Gale, which allows him to get an updraft, and yeah,
Oh, that's
Stuff
definitely
like
going to
that.
be an up move, right?
yeah, that he could get a way better up move than his stupid spin attack up move.
All right, I think that's. Oh yeah, and my baked goods are as much of a hit as ever, so that's good.
Amazon Solaire Amiibo.
Oh, one other thing, Zomniac turned 21 this past week.
Yay. He's an
Yay!
adult by America's really stupidly high standards. Woo!
Ooh.
Still not available, damn it!
Sorry, Casey.
It's one
Alright,
amiibo that I want. It's not.
Which one is it?
Solaire.
Yeah, Solaire.
Praise the sun, motherfuckers.
Don't worry. Like in a few months, there's going to be Solaire amiibos everywhere.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, there are. Anyway. Anything else, patient?
No, I'm done.
Cool beans. Who wants to go next?
I can. So I went and I saw last night a movie called Ready Player One.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Okay.
You know what? It's a decent turn your brain off movie. That's about what I can say. It's very straightforward. Nothing too special or unique about it, or about what it's attempting to say. Just, hey, look at this action and references. There you go.
Yeah, it's like 30% references.
It's an odd thing, really. I read a good part of the book, and I normally like the plot that it goes for. The bad world underdog looking for a ray of hope that'll help him do it, but I just didn't like the book.
I read the book. I think the movie is, like, in a way, it's slightly better. It's just,
The book is like a love letter to the 80s. That's what
yeah.
the book is, basically.
The book is a love letter to the 80s, like paragraphs of, oh, this reference. And this, because it's a visual medium, you just see the references and you don't have to be explained as to what the references are.
I think, but that's not even the part that I disliked about the book. I've thought about it for a while, and I think that what really bothers me is the protagonist.
Oh, yeah.
Wade is just... He's just already having the skill sets good at building computers. He fanatically studies everything, and he's just a jaded guy who wants to use the money for selfish reasons, and somehow he gets the girl, and somehow he's going to succeed just because he's the protagonist.
He's generic protagonist number 2,785. Like, there's there's nothing about him that was special as a character.
No, and I think that mediocrity is what made me dislike it.
But, you know, it's a fun movie to go see with some friends and just turn your brain off and be like, oh, cool, look at that action. It's not like something you should really turn your brain on for or try to analyze, because you're just going to walk away being like, yeah, that was wasting my time.
I wish I could still do that. Just turn my brain off and watch things. It's not a thing I can do anymore.
It's something I can do when I know what I'm getting into.
Yeah, I knew what I was getting into, so I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to try to come away with like an in-depth analysis, because I'm just going to have nothing.
Like, I went to go see this movie Friday night. I didn't want to go. So I went in with like, yeah, just watch the movie. Don't think about it too much.
Yeah. That's Ready Player One, basically.
Cool.
If you have some money to waste and some time to waste, and you want to see bright colors, go.
Yeah. My friend said something after the movie was over with that made me just turn my brain off again. And I kind of don't want to say what it was, but I feel like I have to. He said it was one of Spielberg's best works. And that's when I checked out for the rest of the night.
Any of Spielberg's other works?
That's when I checked out for the rest of the night. I was like, thank goodness I'm not driving. Pay attention to anything else.
Oh.
Like yeah. Jaws or like
this is one of Kenchi's get drunk while watching this movie type movie.
Indiana Jones or I don't know.
Yeah, I ended up having a nice conversation with some random dude outside of the bathroom after the movie was over about how it wasn't. So yeah, that was interesting. The guy was nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird time to talk to when I really have to piss like a racehorse, though. But it was a good conversation.
I mean, AI we could debate, but really, okay.
I know, all right?
Anyway.
I was there.
Yeah.
This is my thing. I was there. Imagine how I felt.
God, AI was fucking weird.
So,
anyway.
Yes. Guess, right. Aside from that, which happened recently, I caught up on the story recommended last time. Everybody loves large chests. It's really good, and I made some posts about it. It's good because it knows what it is and it sticks to it, and it doesn't pretend to be anything else.
Funny thing, like a mimic might, it has in fact devoured the Discord.
Yes, it has. I don't have anything else currently to probably recommend this week, because I was reading that and it's like, a few million words. So, yeah. Aside from that, though, the whole D&D thing is still going on, and we had a whole RP session, which was interesting, because very rarely do I get to be in a game where there's a whole session devoted to RP and stuff.
Shopping. It
was a shopping episode. It really was. And yeah, they got to explore the town and have some character drama. Or one character is having his edgy character drama. At least. with a few other characters, but yeah, we have our Vax, I guess. to put that lightly. Aside from that, this week's mainly been about just a lot of work and graduation stuff getting sorted out because I'm graduating this semester. So, got my cap and gown, got some pictures taken.
Oh, you're doing the full thing?
I didn't do that shit.
My parents want me to.
Oh. You get
So I
head pats
must.
too.
But you already did it once.
But now I'm graduating from college, so I should be. Yeah, whatever. So I got stuff I've been trying to handle and things. Just lots of things, and I've been looking at, again, still trying to get a house to buy so we can sell our house, and we're in a bidding war with like 4 other houses, which is not fun at all. And it's to the point where my parents are like, you know what? We don't actually have to move. We like our house.
Yeah. That's stages
So-
of denial, I think. Bargaining, maybe. Well,
We're
bargaining
we're,
for
we're
things,
kind of
so-
in that situation right now, and yeah, I swear I keep remember. Oh yeah, I also subjected some of the Discord to Magical Girl Ore, which is a show that I think has left some of them scarred. It is
That's the one where is it a dude turns into a magical girl, or it's a magical girl?
It's
dude?
a little girl. It's like, you're gonna turn into a magical girl. She's like, all right, and then she turns into a big muscular dude, and it's like, use violence.
Yeah,
And she's like,
'cause-
what? He's like, so
yeah.
I got this magical gun. He's like, no, I'm not gonna use gun. He's like, I got this. Here, take this magical staff. She's like, oh, it's a magical staff. Now beat them to death with it.
It's kind of good, actually. That sounds.
Her magical girl mascot character is a member of the Yakuza. And it is hilarious. The first few minutes, don't let that like throw you off, because that's just kind of like a dream sequence, which is like, yeah, I'm a magical girl, everything's great. But now it's just like, use lots of violence and get blood all over yourself beating these monsters to death. It's great.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like subversions of the idea of magical girls. And this one's more comedic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's about it for my week as far as I can remember. And I have a terrible memory, so.
Hey, Zero.
Yeah?
I need you, when you're doing your cap and gown bullshit, I need you to have a smaller relative, like younger or just physically smaller, give you head pats and tell you how adorable you are and take pictures of it.
What is with you today?
Yeah, what's with you and head pats today?
I don't know, but I need to see that because it would amuse
No.
me.
No, you don't get that.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at a picture of someone getting a head pad, pretend it's 0. That's the closest you're gonna get.
so Kenji, what have you been doing?
Oh, well, first off, let's start with terrible news. My car will cost a minimum of $1,500 to fix, maximum $2,400. Yeah.
Oh.
The only fortunate thing is that it'll mostly take up a little bit of my actual savings, but it's mostly my tax money, which I plan on using for, getting ahead on these loans, student loans, but who cares about that? only just have my ass owned for another year by the powers that be. Yeah. So I got to do that. I don't know how much it is actually going to be yet, but that's the minimum maximum what it can be. And then after that, I'll have no problems ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing will ever go wrong again. Yeah. In brighter news, like I said earlier, I saw a Ready Player One, like Zero did. I did that Friday night. I was not drunk for that movie. I was kind of drunk for that movie. Not as drunk as I was for Jurassic World, which was the last movie that I went to see that I didn't want to see. So, not nearly as drunk for that. But, yeah. We already told you our thoughts on that. Hey, I got Far Cry.
Yeah?
Far Cry 5. Yeah, I did. So, for those of you that don't know anything about Far Cry games, it's basically you are a person that is dropped into a horrible situation where some murderous band of cutthroats of some sort are trying to kill you, and everything else is also trying to kill you, as in the environment. So
that's the story structure. If you want to know what the gameplay is like, have you ever played any of the Assassin's Creed games? Basically that, in first person. Or, if you need another point, maybe Watch Dogs. Or Horizon Zero Dawn. Or maybe...
I remember there was the whole Ubification thing that Jim Sterling was talking about.
Yeah. He's not wrong. Which is nice, because he's actually saying, yeah, it's actually a pretty good game, but no one will care.
Everything's becoming the same.
Yeah.
it's Ubisoft.
That's why things like Breath of the Wild that like plays with the open world formula a little bit, are refreshing.
Yeah, they did do a little bit of screwing around with it, like the durability system, which I still maintain is not a great idea, but the whole using clever traps to actually make things happen, like
the idea that you don't get
things and stuff. That, yeah.
And the main idea that you don't get like a million icons on your map. You can place the icons yourself.
Yeah. That's nice. When developers feel like they can actually do things rather than just saying, hey, we didn't put radio towers in this one. Aren't we great?
Yeah, that's a plus that I don't have to climb 1,000 radio towers in this game like I did in the last two.
That's not so much a plus as it is not a minus. Really.
Fine, we'll go with that. I'm
Hmm.
trying to be positive here.
I've heard
you can
the
be
villain,
positive. I hear it's a really good game.
I've heard the villain for Far Cry 5 is not that great.
Here's the thing. He is not Pagan Min, he is not Voss, but he's fine.
Admittedly, that is a high bar to set and to clear. So,
but unlike Pagan Min, I want to beat him. So that's a plus.
that is a plus.
I want to beat him and all his flunkies. I don't want to join them and have beers with them like I did with everyone in Far Cry 4. So
I'm not sure whether I want to have beers with Voss. I don't feel like that would be a particularly...
that's why I said 4.
It wouldn't end well, but it might be fun while it lasts. I'm not sure.
I mean, in 3, you sat down with what's-his-face, the main boss guy after Voss. He cut your thumb off or something, but...
Yeah, the infiltration thing. Yeah, that was not interesting because there was no Voss anymore. Anyway, 5. We were talking about 5. Sorry about that.
Yeah, 5. So 5, there is no shortage of shit to do. It took me like a week just to clear everything in like one territory. There are territories in this, as you would imagine, as there are in most Far Cry games.
Ubisoft games, but yes.
Yeah. And from what I'm getting, at the very least, all of them are different. All the territories.
Really? Like geographically and
Not
visually?
not just geographically and visually, but like the way they play. In one, basically the most straightforward one, the one you don't have to go to anyone in particular first. It's recommended that you do. So when I play it again, I'm probably gonna not do the way I did, which was pussy out and go to the easy one first. But yeah, there's one that's just basically like, yeah, you're just getting to know the game. So and then there's one where it's trippy drug land. So there are crack fiends everywhere, like randomly in the field, and you can get high off of like random drug plants in the field, and shit will happen. And things you see aren't quite what you think they are. Like I saw like a skunk, and it turned out to be a bear, and that was interesting. So,
Okay, I skipped Assassin's Creed Origins and Syndicate and the other one, Unity. That was it, and Rogue. So the last one I played was 4, and I skipped Watch Dogs 2. I skipped Far Cry 4 and Primal. I could probably go for an Ubisoft game.
I mean, yeah, why not? Like, I didn't know you skipped 4. I thought you played it.
I own 4. I never played it because, again, I was same as you. I was waiting for the Pagan Min DLC, and I would have played the shit out of that, but nope.
Yeah. Well, I'd say pick it up. That's just me, though. Anyone else that played it can chime in comments, let me know what you think. Yeah. No spoilers, of course, but feel free.
It sounds interesting, and like I say, I've skipped so many of them that, yeah, it probably still wouldn't feel fresh, but it's been long enough that I could.
It's Far Cry. Like they did nothing to really reinvent the wheel here. Like if you played 3, you're gonna be fine. They didn't really change much of anything.
Still got a bow in it.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't have the bow. I want to play around with being a jerk more. So I run with a submachine gun and assault rifle. Those 2 things are silenced, and I have a rocket launcher because why the hell not? Sometimes stuff just got to blow up.
Yeah.
But it sucks me in. It's good enough. Like there's like one side mission where you got to destroy these silos full of drugs in one of the territories. I spent 2 days looking for one silo, the last one. And only after I gave up and started doing actual stuff did I find it 1 hour later. And I was so happy to find it, I wasn't even mad. In hindsight, I was very mad. But yeah. Ken says Far Cry 5, from what I played so far, is good. Yeah. It's got my attention. So I'm going to finish that out within the next 2 weeks, given how much time I have.
Yeah. I might buy it just so I can see whether the thing Achievement Hunter did with it was legit. Because a weird thing happened when they played it.
What?
Like, the guy playing, it was Ryan, because of course it was, goes into this bar, and he's like, I'm just going to wander around. Oh, there's a locked door upstairs. I'm going to try and blowtorch it open, because wacky. And then the building burned down. And no one is quite sure whether that was actually him doing that, or there was like an enemy outside that did something stupid, or whether somehow you can actually use a blowtorch on a wooden door and it will actually set a light and set the building on fire.
I need to try that now.
Yeah. I don't know. No one seems to know whether that was a legit thing.
I mean, I've set plenty of things that I didn't think I would set on fire on by accident, and I've not burned down because I don't know. I need to go try that. I need to see if it's possible.
Yeah, so I'm curious. Anyway.
Yeah, so that reminds me of something. So early in the game, there's a CIA guy that makes you do a mission for him. It's like, hey, if you do this mission for me, I'll help you with the cult. And the mission's not a big deal, but at the end of it, he's like, yeah, Uncle Sam's got things to do and help you with this bumfuck cult. And I was like, you dick. So I punched him in the face until he died. But he didn't die because apparently you can't kill him.
Yeah.
In this game, NPCs are supposed to help you. You can like revive them. I did no such thing. I just left him there on the road, like, someone help. God. And he's still there. That was
like
a week
literally,
ago.
you've gone back and he's just still there.
Yep, that was a week ago. I don't even remember where I left him,
God.
but sometimes I drive past it. He's still there. I'll
That's
run him over.
awesome.
Just like the first time, I was like, "Is that guy really still there?" Because it was like 2 hours after I first knocked him out, so I'd done shit and come back by accident. And I was like, "That guy is still there."
Do you ever run him over just because you can?
I run him over every time I go
Yeah, I
past
thought
there.
you would.
I'll probably never see him again because I'm done with that territory. But every time I had to go back past that point for any reason at all, I would hit him because he's still on the road. So yeah, it was fun. I don't know if
gameplay. That's not. Yeah, that's a pretty good thing.
I don't know if that's a bug or something, but if it is, it's one.
Doesn't matter. It's what you would want to happen, so it's okay.
So yeah, that's all I got for that one. Let's see, what else do I got?
Kenshi ran into the $6 million man. Fucked him up.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm trying to. I want. There are two NPCs that I want. I want a cougar and a bear. I want them both. I'm going to have them both on my team. Because who doesn't want a cougar and a bear on their team? I have a dog, but I don't really like. I'd rather have a cougar or a bear. Those are the pets of choice in this game.
I feel like they wouldn't get. No, they might get along. Who knows?
The bear's name is Cheeseburger, and the cougar's name is Peaches, and I can't wait to meet.
I feel like you get a good bromance out of it.
Are you okay? Is there a glitch in the Matrix with you?
Words. Yeah. For some reason, I really, really, really wanted to say cheetah, even though that isn't what you said, and I was like, it's not a cheetah! Yeah, that's what happened there. So, yeah, I feel like you get a good bromance out of a cougar and a bear. That would be, like, it's almost like a buddy cop movie, except there's no cops, it's just animals that will muddy your face.
Yeah.
Was it worth the build-up? Was it worth the build-up for that joke in the punchline? No? Didn't think so.
No.
Okay. Anyway.
In other Kenshi news, this weekend is the #1 wrestling weekend of all because WrestleMania is this weekend. And I'm not doing shit. Well, I'm actually at 2 shows this weekend, but they're not in New Orleans where WrestleMania is being held, unfortunately, because I don't have the money to fucking go to New Orleans. So I'm going to stick around where I am and wrestle here. And then I'm going to take 2 days off to watch an ungodly amount of wrestling because that's what's going to happen this weekend.
Sounds fair.
Yeah. I also told everyone at work, don't even try to call me in for shit because I'm not answering. I'm not going to be here for 2 days. And then when I am here, you can fuck off. I'm busy. I'm busy not being busy. So yeah. Gonna get me some of that. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. I think that's all I got. I just basically talked about Far Cry and piggybacked off of Ready Player One because Zero had already gone first.
Yeah.
So now Casey can go.
Yeah, also someone posted this on the Discord a while ago.
Oh, is that the guy dumping the Legos in the middle?
Oh yeah, people do that a lot because Legos fucking hurt. So
Yeah.
What they do.
I imagine, like, you can do whatever wrestling shenanigans you do to make those moves not
Like-
hurt. That would still fucking hurt.
Legitimately, like, I used to share a room with my younger brother, and he would leave Legos on the wall all the time. So I'd get up in the middle of the night to go pee, step on a Lego, it would just ruin my night.
yeah,
I just saw the body slam.
Yeah, no. The body slamming somebody into Legos is just torture.
yeah. See, here's the thing. Normally, that particular spot is done with thumbtacks. Thumbtacks don't hurt as much. Legos hurt worse. That's legitimate.
Yeah. Like, thumbtacks is just a very, very specific point that just through the skin, and it's like, oh, that's there now, and you don't even feel it anymore because it's just there, and it's not moving anymore, and it's just, it's over. The worst part is over once it's in, and then that's it. But Legos, it's just all different kinds of pointy bits that none of them will actually break the skin, so it's just constant all over wherever you're landing on it.
It's just pain.
Yep. I shouldn't have posted that image because I can't stop watching it. Alright. Anything else, Ken?
No, talk about yourself so you can stop. Like, so I can. This is like the fifth loop I've watched.
I'm going to scroll it
Yeah,
up, so
I
I'm not
know,
looking
I
at
know.
it anymore.
I
Alright.
just switched to something else.
Yep. Okay. Okay, that's still in a tab. I need to close that tab and that tab. Those were not good tabs. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So my week.
Link that.
Yeah, that's going in the link dump. Of course it is. What did I do this week? Oh yeah, this week. So I talked a bit about playing a bunch of Nier last week. I played a bunch more this week. As in my completion save, by the way, 100% completion, which is ball-like in some circumstances. Was about 84 hours. So that was cool. I did all of the things, like all the weapons and all the upgrades and all the endings and everything. Finally got ending E, which is the final ending, which I never did the first time I played through because I was a dumbass and didn't do that because I'm dumb.
You didn't? You didn't?
No.
Why?
Because I wanted to do ending Y. I wanted to do all the endings before I did ending E because I know I was going to delete the save afterwards. And ending Y is the one where you do the secret boss.
Yeah, I know.
And secret boss stage 1 kicked my ass several times.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I can do this later and move on to do other things, and just never went back to it.
So now that you've beat ending E, what do you think of the game?
Here's the thing. After I finished the game, I was like, yeah, okay. This is a solid ending. Also, I really do like that. Do you think we can spoil ending E? At this point, it's been like well over a year, right?
Just let's give a small spoiler warning, at least.
Yeah. Little spoiler warning. Probably skip ahead a couple minutes. It's not going to take long to talk about. I like the ending credit sequence for ending E because the way it works is, hey, ending C and D kind of suck and are miserable because this game is a tragedy, technically. So, you want a better ending? You're like, yeah. And then it makes you fight the credits in like a hacking sequence minigame.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's pretty okay. All right, I can handle this. They kept talking about, like, when you do this, you're going to have to call for help because it's stupid bullshit hard, but this isn't so bad. Oh, hey, Square Enix title credit. How's it going? Oh, wow, you take a lot of damage and you won't go, oh, that's a lot of bullets. Okay.
Yep, it's always the Square Enix one.
Yep. fuck you, Square Enix. What the hell did you do to make fucking Credit the most badass motherfucker on the planet?
It's because Yoko Taro really likes Final Fantasy
I guess.
and wants to beat Final Fantasy.
I mean, he, as far as I'm concerned, he did. But anyway, we could debate. It's weird. Whenever I say that, I always end up doing an impression of Jeff Gersman. Anyway, yeah. So that whole sequence was really fun. I died, and I had to ask for help. I asked for help, and a few people's help was killed because I was really bad. And then at some point during that, you notice it says, "Oh, this person's data was lost for helping you because you died." I'm like, I need to never die again. It actually impacts you when you see that. It's like, oh no, because the way it works is, after you get ending E, it asks whether you want to delete your data to help someone out in the end credit sequence and give them support the way you get support because you probably fucking needed it. And yeah, every time you die, someone who has offered you support their data will be gone. And, you know, you were helped, but now they won't be able to help anyone else. Which is a really cool touch, and it makes you, like, really not want to do badly on that anymore. Yeah, it's really affecting, surprisingly. Go figure. I didn't think it would be, but it really is. Yeah, so watch the ending. It's fine. It's pretty much what you expect. And then asked you to delete the data, and I watched it all go. And it's okay, cool. All my weapons are going. That was a pain in the ass getting that stupid fucking engine blade. No, fucking. Skills. Oh god, I remember the hours and hours I spent farming chips, and now they're all gone. Bye, chips. Stupid fucking auto heals. Pain in the ass to get. Oh look, it's all the archives that I was gonna. Oh shit, I forgot to read all the archives. Oh yeah. Yep, and they were gone. Yeah. And it left me feeling very satisfied. Because, like, it's a perfect capping off of the entire thing of you did literally everything, and now it's all going away. You're done. Very effective. And then I was like, you know what was weird about the game? How they beeped out Sartre's name. Like, Jean-Paul Sartre, the philosopher, they made a send-up character of him, and it's like, hey, he's kind of an asshole, and just kind of overly inflated as far as his importance in philosophy goes, and he's just kind of not great, and he's, you know.
Yeah.
But they beep his name out, and I'm like, I wonder why they did that, and turns out, yeah, copyright reasons, they beeped his name out, probably because they were talking shit about him, and also they had to change the name of one of the bosses because it was named for Simone Beauvoir, who... And this was where I started going down a bit of a rabbit hole in terms of philosophy and its relation to the game. Because, wow, is there a lot of symbolism if you actually look for it. Like, you look at all the boss names and you're like, oh, they named all the bosses after famous philosophers. That's interesting. It's a cute, send-up of them, but it probably doesn't actually mean anything. It's just a video game. They don't actually put thought. They put thought into that. Like, the entire game, plot-wise, is thematically, it's Marxism versus existentialism. And the very first enemy you fight is literally called Marx. And it turns out that enemy, which is just the giant saw blade, basically, is just a composite part of a larger boss called Engels, who was basically laid down the foundational ideas behind what became Marxism. So the enemy Marx is just a single part of a greater whole that existed before it.
Yeah.
Which also feeds into the idea of Marxism being about a collective being more important than the singular identity being, which is existentialism. And then that comes into play because the machine collective, the entire point is they are a hive mind. So it's all about how that becomes just groupthink and how... Oh, God. Like I say, I went down a fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah, it is a deep rabbit hole.
And that, to bring it back, that character, that boss whose name got changed, Simone Beauvoir, her philosophy was basically the first that put forward the disconnect between sex and gender. So that whole thing that's going on currently. And I kind of see why they had to change that name and why they might not have liked it, because Beauvoir's whole thing, the person, was women are defined as other and less important and mysterious because they are not men.
Yeah.
And that entire boss's thing is basically, I want to look pretty for the handsome man so he will notice me. So on the face of it, you can kind of see why they might have had a problem with that. But if you actually look deeper at it, it's not the case at all, because the way that boss works, the history of that boss is she heard, oh, if you want to get a man's attention, you need to be beautiful. Which means she learned the behavior of acting feminine because it was how she would get what she wanted, which was that man-robot's attention. Which is actually kind of one of the foundational principles of what her philosophy was, the person. Was that the idea of being female or feminine is actually a learned behavior. So, wow, did a lot of research go into this. And a lot of symbolism.
And you know what? Yoko Taro, when he made that short video where like everybody's giving awards to the music guys, but nobody's giving an award for this to me for the scenario I wrote. He's on the ground, like rolling and saying that. You can see where he should probably have gotten something.
Yeah, probably. Ugh. God, that game is good on just about every level.
What else did you do this week?
Not much. You know, like I said before we started, if I really need to, I could probably just vamp for about half an hour about fucking philosophy because I went down such a rabbit hole. I did, and I vamped to the end of the episode because this was pretty much all I did this week, was finish that game and then learn all about the things that went into making it. Oh boy. But it was worth it. Good God, I love a piece of media that can make you really actually think and examine a lot of interesting ideas. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Wow. So, Ken posted the video. I'm not sure what it is.
It's music.
But I can't watch it.
It's the greatest song from the great...
From the
Clutch Nixon.
You're cutting out.
The greatest man that ever lived, Clutch Nixon. That's his theme song from Far Cry 5.
Okay.
The song is outstanding.
Okay.
Also, like I say, I hadn't gotten enough of Nier after finishing playing it, so I started watching someone else play it. And that dude's a streamer named Full Fantasy Peasant. And I've started watching that, and he's pretty good. Even though the usual streamer problem of, hey, you're not paying attention to the instructions on how to play, so you're playing badly and you're dying a lot, and you don't get to complain about that. Yeah, that happens. It's probably going to happen less as it goes on, but it's pretty entertaining. So, yeah, that's my week. So, next up, recommendations? I think we're on recommendations. I don't think there's anything else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Who has a recommendation?
I technically have one.
Tell you what, Patient, do you have a recommendation?
Yeah, he has time constraints.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
My called Harry Potter and the Dimensional Trunk.
Okay.
It
Can we get a
was
link?
written in... Pardon?
Can we get a link? Sorry.
Oh, of course. 1 moment. And back to the beginning. Yeah. All right. So this is an alternate universe before the release of Blood Prince, so there are bound to be some differences. It's faithful to all the characters. The basic premise, it's really hard to put it concisely, but let me see what I can do. Just a moment. I had it around here somewhere. Oh well. Basically, this at the start of the summer after Sirius's death, the Order of the Phoenix is keeping a closer eye on Harry, as they had said that they would, and he connects with Remus, getting a trunk full of Sirius's old things and his father's old things that Sirius had collected. Meant to give it to him. And so he learns some stuff about his resources at his disposal, and in Chapter 2, the namesake comes when he meets Ginny, and they give him an heirloom that they inherited from Molly's deceased mother. She had just died, and so they got a pair of trunks, and in those Ron and Ginny gave one of the trunks to Harry, and they link to the same pocket dimension wherein there is a room with all sorts of stuff. The trunks originally belonged to Molly's Gideon and Fabian Pruitt, who were the previous generations, George and Fred. So, that's the...
Oh god, I just got that. They have the same initials.
Yeah, that's why I phrased it that way.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
It took me a long time to get it, too. It was only in reading this that I got it. Honestly. So yeah, that's how it was.
Honestly, Patient. It's a joke, because it's a catchphrase. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, with the resources of the trunk and the fact that the trace can't affect them in there, they're practicing a lot more magic and combat and that sort of thing, and, well, basically things overall go better for them going forward. Things just change up. It's not a fic by any means, I mean, there are fewer deaths, certainly, but it's more a matter of just a retelling of how it's. And I think that the conclusion that it came to with Voldemort's fate is actually feasible even if you ignore the Horcrux thing. There are a few inconsistencies that can't be reconciled with canon, but as I said, released before Blood Prince of Deathly Hallows, so what can you do? It's an older fic, and well, the thing is, whenever someone favorites my story, I always give a glimpse at their fanfiction profile and just see if there's anything there that piques my interest. This one was highly recommended by one of them, saying it was a rather underrated fic, and I agree. So, putting it out here, and hopefully it'll be less underrated and get more of the attention it deserves. So that's my recommendation for this week.
Cool. Ken, did you say you had a recommendation?
Technically, yes, I do.
If it's Far Cry 5, that's cheating.
It's not Far Cry 5, asshole. All right.
Is it Nier?
No.
Oh.
That will be yours.
Suddenly less interested in whatever you have to say.
Well, then
Go
I guess I
ahead.
won't say it.
Go ahead.
I guess I won't say it. I'll just play this song in the background. No. So, who here is familiar with the show Workaholic?
Nope.
Nobody? Okay. Well, I'll just explain what the movie is then. The movie is called, it's on Netflix. It's called Game Over, Man. Game Over Man.
Game over. This is a
yeah.
bug hunt. Other alien quotes.
Yeah, it's not about that. What it is, it's like comedy Die Hard. It's like three dudes who work as like maids in this hotel. The hotel gets taken over during a party, and they have to save it, but they're idiots. So it's just it's good fun
Okay.
to me.
Like,
It's nothing reinventing the wheel or anything.
you know what? Never mind.
You know, I was gonna
It's fine.
think
I'll find it.
something. Okay. It's not reinventing the wheel and comedy or anything. It's just, it was a fun way to spend 90 minutes watching this movie. If anyone's seen Workaholics, it's the three dudes from Workaholics that are stars of this movie. It's basically like Workaholics, the fucking movie with guns and explosions and shit. It's fun for fans of that show. So I recommend it. There you go. Quick and easy.
Cool. Zero, you got anything?
I'm gonna listen to this Clutch Nixon song.
All I have in front of me currently are no recommendations, but a list of Patreon supporters.
Alright, so I guess I recommend everyone play Nier Automata. Despite it being a very much a successful game, it needs more love anyway, because it fucking deserves it. So
I recommend everyone listen to this Clutch Nixon song. This is good old fashioned metal right here.
you made a recommendation already and it wasn't that. So, yeah, that's my recommendation. So, go play that. It's really,
All right.
really good. Zero?
So for the month of March, we had some people give us some nice old friendly bucks.
Friendly bucks?
Hugh Joe 8 gave us $20. Thank you, Hugh. Ethan F gave us $10. Thank you.
Thanks, Ethan.
Troper with his regular $5. Thank you.
I'll meet you one day, Troper.
One day. Bomber donated $1.
Woo.
Thanks, Bomber.
Greek guy donated $1. Max
He's also hilarious.
donated $1, and the Crossbrain donated $10.
Thank you, Crossbrain.
As always,
Pleasure
thank
as
you.
always.
That's all those things have been processed, so yay, money. Yay.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for donating. Really.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
no.
awkward to do those, isn't it?
Thank you so much for loving us. We love you.
Yeah, we do. Like, I feel Zero's pain. It's really awkward to read out all the people that give us something freely every week. It's like it's hard to take something and feel like you didn't earn it. Basically, because that's the way donations work. There is no equivalent trade of services here. It's just you like what we do and you want to support it, and we appreciate it. That
Also,
you go
again,
out
if
of
you
your
want to
way to do
redeem
that.
any of the, if you're like that we've given, like Hugh, if you want to show up on the podcast, let us know. Ethan F, if you ever want to get a 2,500 word commission, totally just tell us.
Yeah.
We have the Discord, so you guys can, you know how to get in contact with us there.
Yeah.
If you're still listening. Some people will just stop after the recommendations.
Yeah.
Or just skip to the recommendations.
Anyway,
That's gonna do it, guys.
I mean, should we just cut it now then, I guess?
I mean, you didn't do your outro, so it would feel incomplete.
But apparently no one listens to the outro.
So I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the
Okay,
podcast
I'm
episode.
impatient right now. I'm just steal my shtick.
Episode 250, was it?
No,
250.
you got it wrong, so that means you don't get to do it anymore. So, I'd like to thank everyone for the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 215. If you would like to get in contact with us, you can do so through the YouTube channel, through the comments, or through our Discord. We have Discord. Yay. It's cool. We're
It's
back to
wild.
normal people names again, somehow.
Except
I don't
for
quite
the
know.
some people who are changing their names.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, no.
Ryu Hitsuya, why
went
did you
to
change your
4
name to
days.
literally 4 days? What's Stop why does everyone steal my shtick? I don't understand.
Oh,
I'm doing the countdown, god damn it. Oh, by the way, My Hero Academia comes back on Saturday, and I'm totally hyped for it, and I've been doing a countdown on the Discord every day, giving public service announcements saying how many days it is, and Ryu Hitsuya stole my shtick.
dude, we
And-
should totally record something on Saturday. It'll be
should.
late, though. Because I'll be at work, so it'll have to be late.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Where were we? Discord. Please donate on Patreon if you feel so inclined. Once again, there's not much that we give back for donations because this is a thing we do. And if you like it, then support it so we can do that stuff more.
What did you
and
say?
such.
What did you say that person on Discord was doing, Casey?
The 4 days thing, the countdown. To
I
My
think
Hero Academia.
he wants me to say the thing again, and I am not a pull-string doll thingy.
Well, I don't see anyone.
There's
named
a snake
Kevin.
in my boot.
Thank you, Zero. Yes, that is an example of one of those.
Now let's go
Anyway,
to do other things with our lives.
yeah,
Please.
thanks again for listening and stuff. Even though you didn't listen to any of this, even though I believe it was amusing, but apparently people have better things to do now, so I guess bye.
You get out of your feelings. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.